Hi, my name is Jessie Chen. I'm the holder of this diary. Call it When Traveling. That was my first time to listen to Finnish songs. I was totally enjoying the chill vibe and being so fascinated about them, and I even wrote to the cruise company asking the name of the band and the songs they performed. December 2nd, 2021, in Tallinn, Estonia. I embarked the cruise to Tallinn at 8:30 a.m. When I went upstairs and saw the decoration inside, I was like, wow, I didn't expect it would be that luxurious. I thought it was just a simple carrier transferring to and from Helsinki and Tallinn. And during the journey, there was even a band performing. The staff who received my letter must feel I'm super weird and surprised I wrote for such a small thing. But whatever, I don't hope to know. Finally, they provide me the performer's name. As to the songs, I still can't figure all out now. I will be super happy if someone can help. I was walking to the old town after disembarking the cruise in Terminal A. I first arrived at Margaret Basin. It was from here I feel like I became a character in a movie scene. The obvious entrance to distinguish inside and outside, the pebble roads, and the towers with orange bricks that totally fit in my imagination of Europe. I just couldn't wait to explore this movie-like town. Part of the reason of my excitement was because this was my first stop to visit a relatively old city in Europe. Well, Helsinki is my first stop, but it's a young city, and basically I feel like the architecture there are more modern kind, which makes the vibe totally different from the one in Tallinn. Here seemed to be more traditional. I could even see a middle-aged woman wearing a kerchief, which for me is quite cute. I then went to Pub Compressor, a famous restaurant for pancakes. Though its name is pub, it's actually more like a restaurant. As to the decoration inside, they have bar, a big TV, and many wooden furniture. The feeling was quite casual. I then ordered the mushroom goat cheese pancake, which tasted really good, especially pairing up with sour cream. But I personally recommend people share one together, because though it tastes delicious, the sour cream and goat cheese are gonna make you feel full soon. And plus, the pancake is starch, not quite long. I feel like I couldn't consume more. Afterwards, I went out delightfully, thinking to continue exploring this cute city. However, suddenly, I noticed my credit card was gone. I must leave it over the counter when I was ordering my pancake, I thought. Fortunately, I didn't walk far and got it back finally. But there's one thing I just couldn't understand. I was wondering why the staff didn't come and return it back to me while I was waiting for my pancake on a seat. Inside the restaurant, there were not many people, no more than 10 scattered in 3 tables. I was the only person ordering then, and I paid with the exact card. While I was waiting on my seat, she had a chance to do so, but she didn't. Didn't she notice? I don't know. And when I went back, I saw my card was put on the shelves. I asked immediately and eagerly, and the staff was just looking at me for 3 seconds and doing nothing until I said thank you. Well, at least my card was put clearly on the shelves, which means she didn't try to hide it, right? Walking on the street, I somehow felt super cold. I just couldn't bear the coldness anymore, especially when I had to take off my gloves for certain routes on phone. I then found a building which seemed to be a library, and going inside. What happened thereafter was I started to fight a psychological war. It seemed to be a library for children under 12. I was the oldest person there, except the staff. Though I do like picture books for children, I can't keep reading them. And most importantly, I can't understand Estonian. But how could I do? Could I just pick a seat and using my phone directly? No way. It was too obvious that I was here for getting some warmth. I would be viewed as a super strange visitor. So what I did was I imagined I was an exchange student who understanding a little bit Estonian and pretending to be seriously interested in those children's books. I then stood reading some of them for 1 minute respectively. I know 1 minute is pretty short, but for a person who don't understand Estonian, staring at those words for 1 minute is quite long. Thinking back of my behavior, I have to admit it was really ridiculous. After getting enough warmth, I left. It was 4 p.m. The sky was getting dark. The yellow light was sprayed through the window of the stores on the street. I somehow feel like the old town became vivid, but in a humble way. In Tallinn, there are lots of colorful architecture. Pink, red, yellow, green, blue. Though it's colorful, it doesn't radiate a strongly vivid feeling like the one of the French flower town we often see on magazines. Rather, Tallinn is more reserved and possesses a little roughness, which for me is more charming. I then went to Cafe Maismok, which is established in 1864, and is said to be the oldest cafe in Estonia. It even has its own chocolate brand. I bought one in supermarket, which tastes really great and is top 3 among my European chocolate collection. The decoration is classical. The floor is paved with tiles. The showcase is wooden. The ceiling has flower and vine pattern. And it seemed to be a classic place for couples too, which made me more distinct though. After finishing my chocolate cake and espresso, I headed to the terminal. The sky had already become dark, and I got a chance to see the night appearance of Tallinn, which was still attractive. That was a satisfying day, for sure. On the cruise, Finns seemed to be more satisfied than me with their trip. It is said that Finns go to Tallinn for shopping cheaper alcohol. So maybe that's the reason why they seem to be so happy that they even sang together with the performer. These old men and ladies are so cute, I thought. I was totally enjoying their energetic vibe, and the Jingle Bell song just reminded me Christmas was coming. Hey, my dear readers, I have one thing to announce. That is, there won't be any update in the following 3 weeks because I'm gonna take a trip to the US. Hope I have a great trip and hope you have a wonderful weekend. See you!